On Saturday, July 14th, Blue Island hosts the St. Francis Hospital Blue Island ProAM, one of a series of races making up the 2007 International Cycling Classic. We'd like to give you a racer's eye view of the course highlighting Blue Island's history and architecture. The race starts downtown at York and Western, St. Francis Pavilion Park. St. Francis Hospital, the sponsor of the race, developed the park as a gift to the people of Blue Island. The hospital campus overlooks the park. Heading south on Western, the racers will find that they can get a good meal almost anywhere. One spot, the Island Cafe, has a cupola that makes it one of Western's more unique buildings. Exactly one block south is Hart's Drugstore. John Hart was our mayor for 28 years and had his pharmacy there. It also has a cupola mirroring the Island Cafe. The two buildings form bookends for a major street on Blue Island's business strip. Mayor Hart's old store is now home to Flowers by Kathy. Across the street, German immigrant George Lukemeyer set up a repair shop in 1857. There he began fixing watches, clocks, and guns for the locals. The business developed into a jewelry store that served town for over 130 years. Further south is the Woolworth Building. It dates to the early 1900s. Woolworth's was a major American retailer in the early 20th century. The building dominated the commercial district and established Blue Island as a commercial center in South Cook County. Today it's home to the Three Sisters Antique Mall. At the northeast corner of Western and Vermont, racers will pass Great Lakes Bank. The bank has served town since the late 1800s. For many years it was known as the First National Bank of Blue Island. Turning west on Vermont, racers will pass the municipal government buildings and the Blue Island Post Office. Now, Blue Islanders are proud of the post office. It really looks like a post office. It's on the National Register of Historic Sites. Turning north on Greenwood, racers will see Blue Island's oldest business, the Kruger Funeral Home. Christian Kruger established the funeral parlor in 1858. His descendants operate it today. Architect Robert Seafarth, who designed many Blue Island homes, designed the building in the 1920s. A Seafarth signature is a unique doorway. In this case, it's wide enough to accommodate a coffin. Scenes from Flags of Our Fathers were filmed there. Did we mention that 4 feature films were filmed in Blue Island in the past 2 years? Well, I guess now we have. The race course north on Greenwood takes racers past some of Blue Island's most notable sites. Police headquarters was designed by the highly regarded architectural firm of Lobel, Schlossman, Bennett, and Bart in 1973. Dr. Aaron Heimbach's house was designed by Bertrand Goldberg in the 1930s. So far as we know, it's the only area home that has an X-ray room. Goldberg is best known for designing Marina Towers in downtown Chicago. The William Weber House, designed by George Washington Mayer for Weber, who ultimately became president of the Cook County Board. The William Henke House. Now, the real story here is John Kaufman, the contractor who built the house. Kaufman was in Ford's Theater the night Lincoln was shot. He looked so much like John Wilkes Booth that the police detained him for hours. The Kruger House? Yep, that would be the funeral parlor Krugers. It was also designed by Robert Seafarth in 1913. It's unique for a kind of European Nouveau style and, of course, a doorway. It was chic then, and it's chic now. The Charlie Young House. Young served on the Blue Island Library Association in the 1890s. That's the group that established the Blue Island Public Library in 1897 with the help of some money from Andrew Carnegie. Because of far-sighted Blue Islanders like Charlie Young, I have a job today. As the race swings back along Oak Street to Western, the Masonic Temple looms up. The red brick facade has had many uses over the years. These days it's prime office space and the home of the Blue Island Forum, our newspaper. Southward, the course passes several interesting shops and storefronts on its way to the Blue Island campus of Moraine Valley Community College. Moraine Valley is a major Southland educational institution. It opened a campus in town just a few years ago. Pretty soon we're back at the corner of York and Western. And if racers look west, they'll see the Blue Island Public Library where this little documentary was put together. They'll have to resist the urge to stop in because they have to begin another lap. We hope to see you at the race. We hope this little tour helps you scope out a good spot to watch it from. See you July 14th at the St. Francis Blue Island ProAM.